Well, I hope all of you have taken your blood pressure medication for this one. I'm going to play for you a pretty disturbing video of a teacher from El Dorado High School in Placentia, California, educating her students how to pleasure themselves using sex toys that can be found at Target. This is Judy Rehberg. She is the physiology and AP environmental science teacher, and also I think should be behind bars right now as a nice gesture. Here is some of that video. Watch.
Is where the prostate is. So you don't have to go inside the booty hole. You can actually just push on the seam, and that stimulates the prostate gland as well. And that they apparently really like that. But yeah, so that's why for male and male, anal sex is still very pleasurable because of the fact that it hits the prostate, and there's a lot of nerve endings in your booty as well. So the girls, the G-spot, prostate, they're the equivalent to each other. But apparently that's why if you ever see, like, I mean, Target has them now, sex toys. If you go to Target, seriously, if you go to Target and go where the tampons and pads are, they just look like a little box, but if you open up, there's like a Velcro front to the box, you open it up, and then bam, sex toy. And you'll see them. CVS, yes, CVS has them too, a lot of them. And so that's why when you look at the toys, a lot of them look like this. And the reason because is for finding that spot.
So I want to be clear here. When my sons are not in high school yet, but if my son in high school has, a teacher, some old bitch who starts talking to him about where to find sex toys and how he can enjoy male-to-male anal sex, I'm just going to put it very delicately. I will be visiting the school. I will be visiting that teacher. I will be in her face, and the cops probably will be called. I'm just going to go ahead and just lay it out like that. So apparently this teacher is on administrative leave pending a thorough investigation I'm sure they will have in California, but they say due to employee confidentiality, additional details regarding this will not be disclosed. Please know that our school district has a very explicit set of expectations and conduct of our employees. So I cannot stress to you enough, guys. Like, I know that there are good teachers in public schools. I am aware. Every time we talk about get your kids the hell out of public schools, I hear from people who are like, but I'm a teacher and I'm a good person. I get it, okay? But you also can't deny that it is also where a bunch of creeps and weirdos go who want to sexualize children. I mean, it's not even just this woman. It's also the numerous teachers who have already been arrested for having sexual relations with children, having child porn on their computers. It's where weirdos who want to do gross things to children or want to sexualize children go because it gives them easy access to children. That's not hard, right? Like, that's not hard to comprehend. And so now you have these maybe I was harsh earlier when I called her an old bitch. No, I wasn't. So you have people like her who are instructing high school children on how anal sex can be pleasurable, male on male, and also where to find sex toys.
Yeah, it's disturbing all around. But let's talk about the real stuff, because the fact that she even felt bold enough, because usually, like you mentioned, teachers, for whatever reason, there's been this rise, or maybe I'm just seeing it more, definitely a female teachers having very inappropriate relationships with little boys. And
liberal white women.
Yeah, that's generally who it is, and we're gonna be completely honest. But you see all that, and it's happening really top to bottom. But the fact that someone's confident enough, because usually they try to do it in secrecy, but the fact that she's just, hey, I'm just gonna flat out talk about it in the open like it's part of the curriculum, lets you know how confident they are, but it also lets you know how bad things have got, because now they're like, I'm essentially unstoppable. Everybody's got my back. They think this is something that is now more appropriate to teach the children. And there, a lot of leftists that watch this will fall back on, well, they're these high schoolers. I'm like, dude, I don't care what age they are as minors in the classroom, right?
Right.
That is a completely inappropriate way to be wording how the bodies actually work. Like, because she's a physiology teacher or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it wasn't even like direct sexual education.
Right.
It's like, why are you talking about that gay and butt sex to a bunch of like, that's weird, dude.
Right.
Like, no matter where you are on the issues, that is bizarre.
Yeah, I mean, it is, because you think about a health teacher who is required to teach children about reproductive health, right? And that's like, I would never say that children shouldn't be learning about reproductive health and about their own, organs that they have. I do think that is necessary, but I have to imagine that course is even hard for a normal teacher to teach, because it's like, it's uncomfortable, it's awkward, even just teaching about basic reproductive systems.
Right.
How in the world does someone feel comfortable enough to be talking about booty holes to their high school students and where to find sex toys? Like, I'm just like, what kind of a freaking degenerate person?
And that's what I was about to say. It's complete degeneracy. It's more hedonistic the way that she's talking. It's not more of an educational sense on, like, this is how the body works. This is all about not libertinism, hedonism, because she's talking strictly about pleasure.
Yep.
Right, G-spots and prostates and butts. This is all pleasure stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
And it's the antithesis of reproductive systems.
Exactly. Oh, yeah, definitely. When we talk about male on male, that's not how it works. Right. So this has nothing to do with educational stuff. She's just telling people out, definitely, hey, if you're gay, this is why I feel. I'm like, whoa, what are you doing, dude? Yeah. But look, you've been presented with this information. I know there's a lot of people that get upset with us, particularly teachers, but it's long been compromised. Yep. You know what I mean? It's just what it is, and it's getting progressively, and I use that term unironically, worse. Yeah. It just keeps getting worse. We keep hearing newer and new stories of them really, and to be fair, they really told on themselves with the whole Florida stuff, where you had all these teachers that were coming out just because they were like, hey, we're not going to be teaching, fourth graders how to do any of this weird stuff. And then you had all these teachers coming out like, well, they're attacking me. And I'm like, wait a minute. What do you mean? First of all, why do you think that's appropriate to talk? So they outed themselves right out the
telling on themselves.
As far as what they think is the appropriate thing to be teaching minors in regards to sex. So this is a problem that it has plagued. I think it really speaks to the structural issue of how public education and the system in itself works. And I just don't think it's worth salvaging. I think it needs to be burned to the ground. Let the parents keep the money that you're stealing from them in various ways and allow them to, let's have actual competitive school systems, not ones to just get money because they're public, actual competitive school system. And let the teacher, let the last people.
Don't let the teacher.
Don't let them do Jack Diddley. Let the parents be able to control exactly who they trust and who they entrust with this responsibility of teaching their children.
Yeah, amen.
If you like that clip, there is plenty more where that came from. Click the link in the description below to subscribe to the News and Why It Matters YouTube channel to watch the full episode.